I bought the most popular sneakers right now to find out why so many people are going crazy for them. Today we're gonna find out if any of these are actually worth the hype, if I would actually wear them, or if we're just overhyping mid shoes. Because one of them people are finding really hard to actually wear, despite them reselling for thousands. Let's get into this. First up, we're actually gonna start with two. This pair and this pair. I couldn't settle on one, so I got two of the ones that I really wanted to get. But the broader category I'm talking about is retro Jordans. And yes, I know there does seem to be a lot of retro slander out there at the minute, but at the same time, I mean, you saw the chaos at All-Star Weekend. So yes, people are still loving these things, including me. So this is the Jordan 6 Infrared Salesmen. This one's pretty interesting and pretty cool. I don't know, maybe you could call it like a tactic from Jordan Brand to try and keep on selling these things, but that's just kind of repackaging a shoe that we have seen plenty of times in the past, but just putting like an interesting spin on it, and that is exactly what they're doing with these. The idea behind these is to give you the experience of like a sample sneaker. So you get this undescript, just cardboard box that usually would have samples inside. You got a sample tag on the lid, and the shoes themselves, despite just looking like Infrared 6s for the most part, they also come with a little tag, which is a sample Jordan tag. And then on the inside of the shoe, they're stamped with the sample logo as well. So is all of this enough to push these things and get people to buy them? Well, let's throw these things on and then see what we think. Oh boy. There's something about the Infrared 6s that just goes so hard. The black pants with the shoes, with the infrared popping out, the iced out outsole. Like, you cannot tell me this is not sick. This is so clean. Personally, I'm a big fan, but the big issue with retro Jordans, I think now, is that there's so many dropping that if you own these things, which chances are if you got the 2019s, you probably still have these. Do you need them again? Probably not. But if you don't have them, I mean, look at this. They're looking pretty damn cool, I'm not gonna lie. So, are they overhyped? I think no. I think they're worth it if you don't have them. I think it's just be a lot more selective with retro Jordans. But the 6s, you might need these. Next, we got a pretty cool pair. This is one that I think Jordan Brand, it's kind of another tactic. This is the Jordan 1 Low Medium Olive. And I say another tactic is because, as we all know, Jordan 1s aren't selling nearly as quick as they used to. So Jordan Brand has resorted to, I guess, making colorways that look similar to extremely hyped up colorways. Yes, I'm talking about the Travis Scott Medium Olives. So is that enough in 2026? Is making a colorway close to a pair of Travis Scott's enough to get people to really want these things? Well, let's try them on and find out. Next up, we got the Travis Scott's at home. Now, this category doesn't just pertain to the medium olives looking like the Travis Scott medium olives, but it pertains to any retro Jordan style that they remake as a GR to look like a hyped up collaboration. We've seen this with Nigel Sylvester shoes, Travis Scott's obviously out the wazoo, and a bunch more. I don't even need to name them. They constantly do this. So is this worth it? Are you actually getting 90% of this design? And look, give me a break. I didn't lace them up, okay? Just look, it takes a while to lace them up. So there we go. We got the medium olives and we got the medium olives just for an extra $1,000. Can you tell me it's actually worth the price difference? These things you can get under retail and they're on sale, I think already, and they just dropped. And then these things, impossible to get. You're probably gonna get scammed if you try and buy a real one with a fake one. I think this is incredible value. I think when Jordan Brand does this, go for the affordable option. In my opinion, I'm picking up these. I got the mocha lows instead of the mocha highs. I love an affordable option. And I think that's where it's at. So I'm gonna say, is this overhyped? No, I think it's a great alternative. Next, this one's pretty interesting. Kind of like a trend, but at the same time, it's a little bit timeless. What kind of a box do we got in here? Gotta be honest, I didn't really expect this box. It kind of looks like a Jordan 1 box, but we got a little logo on the front, which if you know, you know. Oh, great. This is the Air Force One Syna, the Central Sea collab. So a big trend that's been happening, I guess, since last year is this vapification of regular Air Forces. We've seen it on a few GR colorways, but the main ones that have been blowing up recently are the little Yachty Air Forces. And now that Central Sea has his own Air Force sneaker with Nike, he has done exactly the same thing. A pair of Forces covered in patent leather. These also come with very similar kind of themes that they do on a lot of Air Force One collaborations, like the little branding on the back. You can see you've got the Syna logo. This one does have 13 on the back, and it's definitely a much more muted, understated colorway in comparison to the Lil Yachty Forces. I feel like if you had the Lil Yachty Forces and these, it's like a perfect visualization of like US culture and the UK culture. Either way, let's throw these things on and find out if shiny Air Forces are really worth it in 2026. We got the shiny Forces on. We got the Central Seas, and of course, would he wear anything other than sweatpants? I don't even think so. So this would be like the exact Central Sea kind of thing that he would wear, the gray sweats with these. In fact, I feel like he dropped gray sweats along with this shoe. Either way, shiny Forces. It's a little bit of a tough one because I can kind of see the idea of like you can kind of dress him up or at least make him look a little bit smarter, but you can also dress him down like this with some sweats and they look fine. So I can kind of understand that, but I'm just not a big fan of shiny shoes. I do think for the most part, a lot of other people are gonna find this a little bit tougher to style. Not just these, but like the Lil Yachties and the whole like vapification of all of these Air Forces. How about with a pair of shorts? Honestly, I thought they were gonna look worse. They don't look that bad, but I do think like this is going to be the most wearable colorway in this style. Black and gray, you cannot get any more simple than that. I don't know, I feel like this is going to be the first one where I'm undecided. I'm right in the middle. Do I think that they're overhyped? No. Do I think that these should be as popular as they are? I don't know. It feels like you could probably find this on Nike right now. So the collaborations are doing a lot of the heavy lifting, like the Lil Yachties and the Central Seas. But I guess for people who like Bapes but don't want to spend the Bapester money, you do have the Patent Forces from Nike directly, and I guess as an affordable alternative, why not? But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle on this one. Oh, we got a big box and it's a big pair of shoes. Here we go. You guys know what's in here? Personally, I gotta say I'm pretty excited about this one. Man, this is the Adidas Pharrell Jellyfish. Side profile doesn't look too bad until you, oh my lord, these are wide. These have got to be some of the most hyped up sneakers on the planet right now. This is the royal blue colorway that previously was a Las Vegas exclusive during Complex Con, but that was like insanely limited. These are going to have a global release very soon on February the 21st. A few different raffles online if you're interested, but first of all, we need to figure out if this is something you should even be interested in, because I'm telling you now, these things are wild. And so many people have messaged me asking me like, bro, I got the Jellyfishes, but I don't really know how to wear them. How do I style these things? Yes, for a lot of people, this is probably going to be the largest shoe you have ever tried on. And putting an outfit together with these things might be a little bit of a challenge. So let's see if we can figure it out and if it's actually something you're going to be interested in, or are you just buying into the hype? Right, before we determine whether these are great or overhyped trash, I think it'd be good to figure out if we can actually make these things look good. So to demonstrate, I'm going to try on every type of pants that you can wear with these. We're gonna find out what works and what doesn't. Starting off with, I mean, you could see my little kneecaps poking out here. Short shorts. Now these are not like incredibly short shorts, but they're above the knee, which is something, you know, you might want to wear in the summertime. Can you throw these things on with these? I think it might be hard to understand the scale of these shoes just on camera. This is the outsole of a pair of Vans. This is the Jellyfish. Look at that, guys. Tell you one thing is for damn sure, you're not gonna be rolling your ankle in these. All right, this is what they look like. Honestly, better than I thought. Do my cuffs look a lot smaller now? Yes, but I mean, maybe if you have really small cuffs, you may wanna avoid. It is honestly not the worst. Let's try baggy shorts. All right. Baggy shorts. This is, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit better. It just widens you out, you know, makes your legs look a little bit bigger. Like there's more to it. So then the shoes don't look so ridiculously massive. I think if you've got a pair of baggy shorts, this goes a little bit better than the small shorts. But you let me know what you think. So far, I'm gonna say the baggy shorts are winning. Let's try skinny jeans. How about that? I know there's some of you that are rocking skinny jeans. Let's try those. Oh no. Oh, we're going 2016 era skinny jeans. This might be the first time on the internet we have seen this combination. The current sneakers with 2016 skinny jeans. These are tight. So if you were someone who really liked skinny jeans, can you wear these? Nah, I can't even look at myself on the monitor. Okay, here you go. Skinny jeans with the jellyfish. What do you guys think? I mean, this really does accentuate the shoes, and it really does decentuate my legs. Trust me, my legs are not tiny, but they're looking pretty tiny right now. This is like, this reminds me of like the 2016, like when the people would wear like skinny jeans with those Balenciaga triple S's. For me, this is a no. Let me know down in the comments. What do you reckon? Skinny jeans with the jellyfish? You really doing that? Let's move on to baggy jeans. All right, now we've got some of the more baggier pants that I own. This is just a pair of 454 or 545, one of the two. And there you go. This looks much better in my opinion. I just think the chunky shoes just go so much better with baggier pants. You guys can be the judge. This is, I just think, you know, when you have like the wider proportions here and then it goes down to the shoes, it just makes the shoes look a little bit more normal, but also have that chunkiness. In my opinion, I think this is the way to go. Now, if we're saying, are the shoes worth it? Are they worth the hype? If I'm being completely honest, I think they're a little bit overhyped. I mean, they're nice, but there's so many like more affordable versions of this, where like now we've got the Adidas ones, you've got the XLG runners, which are amazing. They're like one of my favorites. So these being like reselling for thousands, I would never pay that kind of money. Would I pay 300? Maybe, but even then it's pretty tough. They're comfortable. I think the chunky shoe trend in 2026, which is pretty big, I like that. I'm a big fan of chunky shoes, so I think that's good. But are these overhyped? Yes. And also, if you're wondering how I got these a week before the release, it was actually Stash Sneakers that helped me out. And they're not paying me to say any of this. I'm not sponsored, but it's a really impressive service that I've been a member of for a very long time. They've just opened this new early access program where people can sign up and get access to shoes like this for way less than they resell for. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down in the description. You can read a little bit more about it. This one is going crazy right now. Any guesses, guys? Any guesses? Oh my lord, this is the Chanel Vans. These are a lot more premium in person than I thought they would be. That's pretty incredible. Yes, you have probably seen these sneakers everywhere for the past few months at this point. They sell out, they're reselling, everybody wants to get their hands on these, and surprisingly, it's not just this pair of Vans, but it's Vans sneakers in general that are blowing up right now. Is this pair of shoes responsible? Somewhat. I would definitely say this is the most popular out of all of them, but it is a pretty crazy pair of shoes, so you know what we gotta do? Let's throw these things on. All right, crazy shoes, crazy shorts. In my mind, Vans always look the best with shorts, but now I don't know if I'm feeling this 100%. These shoes are pretty crazy. I think we're gonna need to try a couple different pants on to see if they actually, you know, they're like easy enough to style, or is this just overhyped, unwearable trash? So far, I'm kind of in the middle. It's kind of going hard. Maybe a different t-shirt or something different up top. Maybe different socks. I'm undecided. How about a pair of jeans? I do think this looks a lot better, and the whole like grungy vibe goes nice with a pair of like yellow, bluish, ripped up jeans. I think this is quite a nice little combo. Again, maybe different t-shirt, but it's definitely starting to paint a better picture of wearability. I think any jeans would go really nice with this, whether it's darker or something a little bit lighter. So I'm moving up from that midpoint, but let's try sweatpants. All right, just a standard pair of gray sweats. I think most people probably have these. This is just a pair of Nike sweats. I like them. I'm actually feeling the vision. Now seeing them with sweatpants, I thought this was not going to work, but it kind of is. It's like a casual, you could spice it up with some different colors. You could go for a little bit of a crazier pair of like camo sweats or something like that. It's just a nice thing. Like Vans in general, nice low key, but these are really spiced up. There's like a lot going on with this pair of shoes. I mean, they're really nice to look at, this pair of shoes. They're great quality. I'm honestly, are these worth the hype? They might be. Maybe not this pair because it's just so insanely hyped up to the point where it's like everybody's trying to get their hands on these. But Vans in general, low key, fire. I think I'm gonna have to give a thumbs up to the whole Vans trend that's coming back in popularity. I think I'm pretty good with that. All right, we got a pretty heavy one. Ooh, custom box, I like it. Oh boy. This is a little collab action. Whoa, this is the Adidas Bape Harmony. What a great use of Bape branding on a sneaker design. So if you didn't know, this is the World Cup pack from Bape and Adidas. It's a collaboration. It's a capsule to celebrate the FIFA World Cup, which is going to be held in the US. And that's mainly what I want to touch on, is kind of football World Cup style shoes, which is exactly what these are. Now, we have seen this being done in so many different variations, from like literal football shoes with boots only summer trend. Nike and Adidas are creating literal like football cleats, but just shoe styles, which is a huge trend right now. And then of course, we've got a bunch of football themed actual sneakers. So I just bought the one that I like the most, this one, football themed, but is it something that's, are we getting too crazy into the details when it comes to all of this like football hype, or is this actually worth it and a really cool pair of shoes? Let's throw them on and find out. But one thing I will say is that I do really like the camo. I think that's pretty sick. We got the World Cup shoes, the football shoes, and now that I have it on, and I've even got the Bape shorts on, which are kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of realizing this probably wasn't the best representation of football shoes. Like really the biggest trend is kind of like combining a normal shoe with a football shoe and then rolling it out for the World Cup while everybody's excited about that. But what I do think these play into is the whole like hybrid running shoe, max cushion type thing. That's insanely popular right now. So we could probably call that a little bit of a mix of both. Now, I happen to absolutely love the Adidas Harmony, which is what this model is. It's insanely comfortable, and I think it goes well with a bunch of different outfits. Like, you could throw on a crazy pair of frowny face Bape shorts, and they look sick. I mean, this is the camo version, and it kind of goes, but you get the point. I think shoes like this are really cool, and I think they're only gonna become more popular. Like, the fact that you can look sick but then also be insanely comfortable. You don't have to jam your feet into a pair of retro shoes or any of those like really uncomfortable ones. You can walk around and practically float. Look at this, like the squish on these is amazing. I love the hybrid shoes. I love the comfort and the style that you get with stuff like this. So I'm giving this one a thumbs up. I think this is not overhyped. I think it is justifiably hyped. But you guys let me know down in the comment section, do you think these sneakers are overhyped? And which one would you actually wear? And like always, I'm gonna leave another video for you in the top left-hand corner. Click on it to check it out.